Hey, hey, everybody! It is that time again, and it's drinks with Dee Dee
and John.
Please, love you. Oh,
Love
look,
you.
it's a rose.
It is.
Show them that. Get that close up to the.
It's a square. It's a block, and it's a rose too.
Look at that. Did you carve that for me on our anniversary?
No.
Drink. No.
I love you. It's an electric lemonade because we're outside on the back porch and it's super hot.
It is super hot right now. I know we look cool as two cucumbers, but we ain't.
Maybe for another 5 minutes.
My gosh. Yeah, it's pretty humid out here right now. Good news is, though, we're getting the air conditioner fixed. So the guy was funny because he found out, he said, oh, I know what's wrong with it. You want me to fix it?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
But he's probably going to come up in the middle of the show, and that's okay. So I may have to go, or John might have to go.
Carl, he's going to call you. That's right.
If Carl comes up, because there's the timer on the phone, so it's just chaos. But
in the downstairs is just a heater. The one in the basement is just a heater, so it was just on. Not a heater. It was just blowing air.
Does he know where the filters are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's so good to be here. It is our anniversary. It's been 1 year. So when you see that, it'll be a year and a day or a year and 2 days.
We're number one.
Or, this one. Yeah.
We're number one.
Yeah. One. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you. I love you.
I love you too.
It's good, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing. And you know,
Tito's and lemonade.
Our success story. We just came back from Atlanta. We came back from Knoxville. We came back from Nashville. And I won't say every day, but every couple of days we meet someone who has is a widow or is a widower who has been, how can I say it, inspired or invigorated by us. So it's not a position you ever want, but we're glad that we have it. This is possible. She's crazy, but this is possible. I'm crazy too. Crazy about you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice try.
No. I am. No, I think it's.
No, I know.
And I see it all the time. You don't see it as much because you're talking to people, but people at an autograph table or something, they'll come up to me, they'll tell me their story, and they will look at her, who's over there, animated, talking to somebody, and say, "I'm so delighted that you guys found each other. You give me hope." I hear that every time we do an autograph session, every time we do a Comic-Con or Fanboy Expo, I hear that. I don't know if you hear that as much as I do.
Probably not, because you're there signing, so you have a lot more conversations than I do. But
you have longer conversations with fewer people.
But we do have a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm so inspired, and I'm so happy you guys are happy, and I'm so thrilled for you. And there are a lot of lovely people out there. Thank you.
Yep.
You get a few people who aren't, but you know what? They're miserable, and I guess if they want to be miserable, they can be. But don't you
Maybe people want to share their happiness, and people who are miserable want to share their misery.
I think so.
I guess.
Yeah, but most are great. Most people are lovely, and they want to be happy.
99.99999%.
Yeah, and even if they're not, they're like, oh, you're an inspiration, like we just said.
Yeah.
But they mean it, and they're sweet, and they want happiness in their life. But some folks just want to stay in a miserable, dark hole for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Now, some folks have trouble getting out of that. Look, we both grieve, so we know there's time for that. But some people just, I think, want to be there in perpetuity.
Well, yeah, we watched a show. Oddly enough, we watched a show that dealt with a little bit of that. That the little girl, the daughter, felt she got her best friend, took a picture of her laughing, and her first thought was she felt guilty because she was laughing because her mom had passed away, and it's amazing. What's it called? Shrinking. Anyway,
I think so, yeah.
It's the one that Harrison Ford is in.
He's quite good.
Really, really good show. But anyway, so it seems to be out there in what's the high dollar word? The zeitgeist right now. Because we also watch Stick. We told you about Stick, and we watched the season finale of Stick last night. Oh, the only thing wrong with that show is that it's too short. It's way too short. I could watch Owen Wilson consider what he's going to say next and how he's going to say it all night, all day, all month. He is unbelievably great. The cast is, everybody in it is so great. Uh, Same thing with Shrinking, and same thing with the other one we didn't watch because I think the season finale of the studio, I think, is tonight. I think it's tonight. And then we also were watching Landman. You weren't crazy about Landman, right?
It's
Landman's
okay.
a little rough for you.
It's pretty gritty. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy Bob is great. Before we get on to anything else, I want to let you know we're sorry about whatever happened to the upload last week. There was some funkiness, but it has been addressed. It has been remastered or something. So look on the YouTube channel for it. Won't, the old link will not work. There'll be a new link to, it's called Superman. I tell you what, Tony, why don't we call it Superman Repaired? That's exciting.
Yeah, but can they still go to our YouTube page? It's not a different.
Yeah, it's going to look like a brand new episode, but it's not. It's last week's episode repaired. Okay.
Okay.
We could get rid of last week's episode and put it up there, but then we lose all the comments, and which most of the comments were, we can't watch it. What's the matter? But we fixed that. We're sorry. It's amazing that all this stuff can get uploaded through wherever it goes and wind up wherever it goes, and that we can see it at all. But I promise it'll be better. This one will be better. I'm glad we're not moving. Isn't it nice to be still a little bit?
Yeah, but we're going to be tooling around town all day for anniversary.
Well, but that's not an arduous task. There's a
because we're in our really fun golf cart, and we're just going to go.
It's orange.
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
Black. My shop. And it's parked behind us while Carl is working on the air conditioning.
Yeah.
It takes all the neighbors, and then we collected our mail next door, and then we've got more mail at the post office.
Let's go to the post office.
We just got home. So, you all know that when you get home, there's always so much to do, but when you walk in and it's a furnace, that's when
it's a little overwhelming.
That's what you have to address first. Now, our top floor is nice and cool.
Yeah.
But of course, we chose to be on the back.
It's right over there.
Why not?
Yeah, it's right over there. Yeah. So when you walk in, you walk in late at night and it's hot. It's like,
So yeah, but Steinhardt's, they're great, and they came right over.
You called them this morning and they're here.
Yeah,
that's really
here.
fantastic.
They're great. They're working on it,
Yep.
and we're very grateful for that.
We appreciate that. Along those lines, it's the middle of summer now, so it's a little too late to be thinking ahead. But do what I know I should do and I don't do. Get your air conditioners serviced before you need to turn them on.
Remember, we
get them
talked about
serviced
that
in March.
before we
Yeah, in March, maybe early March, mid-March. Or you wind up like us. You come home and then it's just not working. So have a relationship with your Make friends with your heating and air conditioning people, so that you keep those systems up to snuff. It's important because thank God the one up here works. Because if not, this is the third floor, so this would be like a blast furnace in here because of course heat rises. So make sure you do that. If you got a pool and all that sort of stuff, make sure you do the maintenance ahead of time. It's more convenient to do it before you need it. And you don't want to have to do that because you got a party tonight and you've got no AC and you've got 10 people showing up. Okay, so just a little preemptive maintenance or preventative maintenance would be great. Same thing, right?
Yes.
Preemptive maintenance, preventative.
Pretty much. So we also do cameos. I don't know if you've heard of those, but it's usually John that gets requests, but I get them too, but usually for silly stuff. I don't know why. But it's just
you're the crazy dame at the end of the bar.
Crazy request, and sometimes I have to say no because they're super duper too much.
Inappropriate?
Yeah, inappropriate. However, last night this woman, Kathy, our new friend.
Oh, Kathy, thank you.
So she asked me for a cameo. She goes, John did a cameo for me, but I want you to just give a shout out. And I'm like, okay, that's fun. So I had John join, and she gave me a $100 tip. Now, I want to give it back to her because it was fun. I mean, but I'm really bad about gifts or compliments sometimes. And John always
But you
says,
give
"Look,
gifts and compliments.
I do, but it's harder for me to accept them. But when somebody does, oh no, that's okay, we've got this." Or if they're like, "Oh, will you please be in the picture?" Oh no, I'll take the picture. And John gives me a hard time all the time. He goes, "No, they want you in the picture."
They want you,
or well, maybe not, or they're just being polite, and that's okay too. But then it's a whole thing. So John has convinced me that I need to accept the gifts, and need to accept the compliments, and need to accept being in the pictures, which is really a compliment. So want to tell you all, we really appreciate your support, whether it be cameos, whether it be the store, whether it be just online. We love you, we support you, and happy anniversary. We've got 1,000,000.
Oh, thank you. We're not going to get
So
back to
many
everybody,
messages.
but thank you so very, very much.
Yeah, it started last night, actually, super duper early this morning, and message after message. And we're so happy for you, and you're all just wonderful. We appreciate it very much.
We're actually thinking about doing having a cameo profile that is the two of us. John and Dee Dee and John, drinks with.
And why not?
Cameos
Got
with
around.
John and Dee Dee. So if we do that, then look for the link if you want one of those, and we'll do that. We're also talking about T-shirts. I think drinks with Dee Dee and John T-shirts would be really cool. The sweat is rolling down my, yes, it is my Duke's shirt. Why is it my Duke's
You can
shirt?
take it off.
Because
I'm down if anyone would complain.
Because I just was downstairs signing a bunch of dynamite books and a bunch of a couple of 45s and a TV guide and a couple things, because we have a new area at the store that is vintage. Is it what
I think so.
Vintage or legacy? I don't know, vintage or legacy, where you can get some of these cool things like the TV guide or like a 45 of what was it? I just signed Country Girls. So I just signed that. That was a #1 song. So they're autographed, and I'm sending them back to Luke now. Also, a bunch of these T-shirts. Tony, please put that up. This is the Schneiderville T-shirt, and also the Schneiderville hat. Now, these, of course, are kind of a hybrid of my world in both the Dukes of Hazzard and in Smallville, because I've been traveling in Knoxville. I had some of my castmates from Smallville and also in Atlanta. It was great fun. Saw Kristen for the first time since we finished the show. She's beautiful. She's great. She's funny. So smart. And we did a panel, Kristen and Michael Rosenbaum and I, and it was just great. A lot of fun.
Well, I love that Michael is from Indiana as well.
Right.
He grew up in Newburgh. So the first time I saw him, I said Evansville, which is the big city next to Newburgh. Newburgh is tiny on the river, but beautiful. But both places are great. And last time I saw him, I'm like, Newburgh. So he got a kick out of that, because nobody's going to know that unless you're from Indiana.
Nobody's going to know Newburgh? No.
Probably not, but it's really lovely. And then it's on the river as well. So if you keep going that way, there's a river right there. You're going to see Michael's hometown. We're on the river. Yes.
West?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes, Evansville, Newburgh, definitely west. We're way east.
Great.
Mm-hmm. So Indiana's beautiful along the river. That's why we live here. It's hot right now, but it's wonderful.
Hot is good. I used to garden. When we get our porch done back here, I'm going to garden again, and at least with bulbs or something, I'll have some sort of vegetation out there.
Well, let me tell you what happened this morning. So we couldn't find John's shorts for the electrocution suit. And I said, why don't we just get the fishing pole so you can get your pants from the next door neighbor's rooftop? Because it's been here forever, so you're getting electrocuted because you wouldn't get the fishing pole. I tried to get you to get the fishing pole yesterday at Dick's, and you wouldn't do it. Oh, I don't need it. I'll just do a fishing line.
I don't need to get I'll go to Walmart and get
You were getting electrocuted
get a
this morning.
$12, all-in-one sort of a
It's a
thing.
fishing pole. Why not?
Well, because I don't need because I don't
you
fish.
don't know your pants could fly over there again.
I don't.
And we have to get it again, or if something flies off.
I can do that with a pocket fisherman.
Well, clearly not, because you haven't, and you got electrocuted this morning. So I'm thinking we go get the fishing pole.
I did not get electrocuted this morning.
That's what
I got stung.
You didn't say that. You said
shocked. I did. Well, okay. I got shocked. Somewhere between stung and electrocuted is shocked.
Mm-hmm.
But I was
the wrong kind of pants, so he got electrocuted.
It was not the right material. So it took the shock, which is
C-shock.
the pulse, which is spread out over a pad about the size of a cell phone, maybe a little bigger on your thighs and on your quads and on your hamstrings. But when the material under it is not quite right, then it isolates the shock of the whole pad down to one thing, kind of like a when an elephant stands on one leg. He doesn't have all that weight spread out. He has it on one leg, or she has it on one leg. That's a lot of stress down there. So I was like, whoa, okay. But it's a wonderful program, so I didn't have to just grin and bear it. I went in the program and I had choices. I could turn the level down in those areas, or I could turn them off. I chose to turn them off, and then I did the rest of the workout. It was great. And I know that it worked because a great thrill I had in Atlanta is a gentleman. There was a beautiful family there, and mom and grandpa and the cutest little kiddos, and the little daughter was grabbing the tiniest baby, the tiniest son's sneakers, was taking him off and throwing him. He was in a stroller. She was taking him off and throwing him and just having the time of her life. And the gentleman turned to me and he said, "Hi, John, I'm Lee Haney. And I said, "Oh my God, you're like an 8-time Mr. Olympia. You're my bodybuilding hero." So it was so wonderful to meet Lee Haney, and his here. We'll show you a picture, or Tony, find a picture of Lee Haney winning one of the many Mr. Olympias that he won. But this guy, thank goodness, has a very sweet soul, and he's very, very, very kind. Because look at this guy. And he's 65 as well. But the reason I say all that is he reached up and grabbed my arm, or reached over and grabbed my arm, because he's a big guy too. And he said, "Man, what are you doing?" And I told him all about the electrocution suit. I told him about the catalyst suit, because he is famous for lifting incredible amounts of weight. And I've found, and it seems to be a bit of the norm, is when you have been a Mr. Olympia, when you have been that kind of a dedicated gym rat, as we call them, you don't want to lower the weights. But as you get older, your connective tissue does change. We dry out a little bit, so you can't be using that kind of weight. That's when injuries happen. So we talked about this. It was such a thrill. I got to talk about this sort of thing with Lee Haney. So he's looking into the catalyst suit right now, and I think, man, he looked great.
May I give you part of your anniversary gift?
Sure. Oh, wow. Oh, give me a kiss. We're going to send Tony the picture, but this is what... this is so great. That's right down the street at the Ohio Theater.
And they were so sweet, and they put our happy anniversary, John and Dee Dee Schneider.
That's so great.
So the first anniversary is always celebrated, well, the old-fashioned, and I have a history degree, and I know you may get tired of me saying that, but the reason I say that is because we have to remember our history. It's very important. So we're
making some history right now, ain't we?
But on the street there, they've got it on the big marquee, and they've got it on both sides. So that's what's fun. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were great. They made that work. But I was thinking...
It's a lot of ease. Mm-hmm. I mean, with John Schneider, I've got 2, but you've got John 4. Schneider. Wow.
Yeah. That
Thank you, Ohio Theater. We greatly appreciate it.
That's why we love Madison, because our neighbors are really wonderful. Carl came right over, they put it up on the marquee, and then the porch guy is coming whenever we get him here. Right,
and we're going to go pick up the Boss Hog car. And by the way, Ohio Theater, I don't know if, get in touch with us, folks. I used to have connections with folks that when movie theaters change out and they put the big rocking recliners and all that stuff in, they usually just throw away their regular seats. Back in Louisiana, I got like 300 of them once for the price of showing up and picking them up. So if you are in need of seats for that theater, let me know. And maybe, I don't know if I still have that connection or not. But if I do, I'll
Yep.
put you all together and we'll try to figure it out.
Yeah,
Or I'll
because
try to get them out of Louisiana because
it's
there's
a
a bunch of them.
beautiful, yeah, it's a beautiful old historic theater, but they're missing seats. It used to have seats back in the day, beautiful, but for some reason they've refurbished everything, so they took the seats out. But they need new seats. But I don't know. Maybe they've got some hiding somewhere.
I don't know. If you do, then
We
that's
don't know the
great.
story.
That's great.
But
But
a beautiful theater, and we love it.
well, what happens is when you take the seats out, they kind of look like they fall apart. They don't really. They're as soon as you unhook those seats from the floor, they are very flimsy.
Yeah.
So it's the floor that gives them the stability. But anyway, if you're looking for those, just here at the Ohio Theater, this is not a call out to every small theater, but it is to the Ohio Theater
in Madison, Indiana, right down the street from us. That has happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And they're going to leave it there through the weekend. Sweet.
Very sweet.
But they're
very, very nice.
The traditional, when I was getting to about the history part, the traditional first anniversary gift is made of paper. Well, that's tricky because there's not a lot, but we already have other things happening for paper today. The modern gift is a clock, but I like to go old fashioned, so we're doing paper. So the marquee, even though it's not paper, it's kind of like paper because it's a message. When you think of paper, it's pictures, it's writing, it's poems, it's things like that. So the marquee is the beginning of our celebration day, first anniversary.
Yes, it is. I did my post at 12:01 this morning.
You did. I love you.
I did. I love you back.
Yeah.
She read it.
After,
you're supposed to wait. Well, you're supposed to be going at 12:01.
Well, I usually am.
Yeah.
But I saw it, and it made my night, and it made my day still, and it makes my life. It makes my whole life. You do. I love you very much.
Aww.
You make me very happy.
You make me so very happy. I'm so glad you came into my life. Right. Thank you. That's David Clayton Thomas, one of the greatest singers of all time. So what in the world is going on with late night TV? They're being canned right and left. And they're saying, oh, it's all political. No. I mean, why can't you understand? Who is it, the latest one that got the... Colbert. Why can't you understand that, well, losing $40 million a year is not really job security, okay? You know, which basically means, I don't know what you get paid or you got paid for doing your other than the hours, pretty cinchy job. But your content, why is it you cannot understand that the Republicans are in charge right now?
And at the very least, note that the country is divided. Say it's half red, half blue. Like you're
hoping. Well, it's not half. It's. I mean, okay. by your own democratic definition. By the way, democratic is the one that means majority rules, which is a matter of expediency and convenience, not necessarily a matter of something being correct or good. Excuse me, good for all of the community. Okay. It's majority rules is something that you do when there's not time. It's like, okay, we got to go to battle. Okay, show of hands, right? You know, it's something that's in an emergency, part of a democracy, but it is not the be all end all.
Well, that's why there are two senators from every state, whether you're Rhode Island or California. Right. That's the way our republic is set up. And of course, the reason the Democrats don't want the Electoral College, which is a show in itself, is because then New York and LA would elect every single president, and that's no good because there are a lot more in the country that we
because that's majority rules.
Right, it's mob rule, really.
But by the way, hello, Democrat liberal folks. Not only did the Republicans / conservatives win the Electoral College, we also won the popular vote.
True.
So we won in the most perfect democratic I won't say landslide, but majority. Nah, it's pretty much a landslide. We won totally fair and square by your rules. So if we're playing by your rules and you don't win, don't gripe and complain and whine and do. Who was this other clown that's like f you with a choir behind him? Who was that?
Oh,
clown?
John Stewart.
Oh my God!
Well, but that's the whole point, though.
You'll never work in this town again. If anybody hires your clownish, ridiculous, childish ass again, you will be the luckiest man in the world.
But that's the whole point. Let's just say half, which I believe you that it is more than half. But let's just say it's cut. Well, why would you honk up and have everybody turn off half the country of your show? I mean, you're honking off half the people.
You're saying honking off?
Yes.
I've never heard that term before. Here, go ahead. I've never heard honking off.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but why would you do that?
Because then you're going to lose half
feel...
your audience. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose sponsors. And, and that's something that John here and there will pay attention to. But usually he's just going to say what he wants to say. So you're kind of in the same boat if you think about it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, if it was half, I am kind of in the same boat, but it's not half. And not defending him at all, but the only people that watch him are people that agree with him. But the show, that demographic is diminishing. Mm-hmm. Same thing with The View, same thing with all these left-wing liberal places. And there's certainly a place for that, but call it what it is. Call it, laughs from the left. Call it something. I used to say this all the time. If I have the Brussels sprout channel, why would I want to advertise asparagus? Let's just stick with the Brussels sprout channel, and you can have your asparagus channel. Because guess what? There's a lot of people don't like asparagus. So why would you honk off anybody when you are in such a precarious position as having your livelihood and the livelihood of your family depend upon the ratings that come through this little box?
But remember, ABC, CBS, NBC, it's a different situation because they're network. They're not like MSNBC. I really don't watch it because I don't care for it. It's too liberal.
MSNBS.
Yeah. So, we watch Fox and we watch Newsmax. So we get to pick. But when you're ABC, NBC, CBS, they kind of get everybody. A lot of people who don't have cable or they don't have the money to get the big cable packages. And so they, in my opinion, they need to be a little bit more broad. I think they need to be a little bit more like Johnny Carson. Now, Johnny Carson wouldn't talk about politics at all. He just wouldn't go there because he felt that was bad. He felt like that was bad for business. And
it's divisive.
Just so happens he's right. But if you're one of the big three, I don't know how big they are anymore, you kind of need to be a little more, I don't want to say generic, I hate that word, maybe a little bit more of an ambassador and not be so hateful to one side.
Well, you have to at least show, and I believe Newsmax does, more than Fox. Fox does to a degree, but I think Newsmax does more. They show the other side.
Well,
they got that guy. Well, no,
they lean right. Yes.
No. They absolutely lean right because they had to. They only happened because the pendulum went so far left. There was no news from the right or no conservative perspective on any news channel anywhere really, unless it was like, well, look what these clowns are doing. But I'm saying
we can choose that, and we choose that because it doesn't lean conservative. Great, because you know what it is. They say they are. But with the big three, come on, folks. I mean, that's bad business. I mean, because you're getting folks who don't have the money to get their cable packages. So you. Well,
and who does? My God, it's so expensive.
Yeah, it is.
We thought it was cheaper not to have a dish or not to have a cable, but no. Every time we want to watch something, it's on something else that we have to subscribe to.
And it's a huge bill, so I have to check that out. But I think it's because we have a landline and maybe 3 landlines because we've got like.
You mean a landline, like a telephone?
Yeah, I think we have a landline.
We don't have a telephone in this building.
I know, but we've got a landline. We have cable, landline, and something else. I guess
You
the
must be
Wi-Fi.
thinking landline is something other than what I'm thinking.
No, it's a landline.
Like a phone. Hello, hi, Sarah.
Just in case you know what hits the fan and it's Armageddon. You need CBs, landline.
We survived the last administration. I think we're good. Pardon
But
me.
when the internet goes out, we all have the terrible times like, oh my gosh, you can't get anything. So it's good to have a landline. However, it's better to have a phone when you have a landline. So we need a phone.
I think a landline is a phone.
We don't have a phone hooked up to it though. It's a landline. It's like a hookup. I swear we've got the hookup. I don't know where it is, but I'll find out.
Well, there is a phone downstairs, but it doesn't.
No, but
doesn't have a dial tone.
Yeah, that's not.
It's wall art.
That's not where it is.
Well, but that's a landline.
That's going out the back door to the golf cart. So yeah, I know, but there is one that works. I'm telling you, we're paying for it, for sure.
Well, just because you're paying for it doesn't necessarily mean it works.
I think it works.
Yeah.
I think we have to get the MetroNet folks, and we really do like MetroNet. They're more local.
Yeah.
But we need to find out.
We're not local all that often, so we go somewhere else, and it's like, oh, do you want to set this up? Like, are you a hotel? Are you in a dorm room? What are you in? And every time it's $7.99 a month, but it's free right now. My God.
I think we've got it on both phones in the house. I just think we buy all.
Well, and you have your Google account. I have my Google account.
Yeah, I think we like triple buy everything.
By the way, we're going to go back to this again. I don't have a Telegram account. I do not.
Yeah.
You know, we have to scurry like roaches when the lights are turned on. That's how we get here to do this podcast. It's like
Always a hurry.
It's always a hurry.
It's a fun hurry, but it's a hurry.
If someone is pretending to be me, if someone has the time to text you and carry on a 45-minute conversation,
not John Schneider.
It's not me.
No.
Okay, so all the messaging, all of the telegram, that's all not real. And I had somebody 2 days ago say, and I saw it, and I'm not sure how I even saw it. I think it came through Facebook Messenger. Hey, I just want to make sure this is you before I send the $1,500. Oh my God. Please do not send me or anyone who looks like me $1,500 or $15 or $20 or just don't do it. If you want to go to the store, johnschneider.shop, great. You want to rent a movie, cineflix01.com, those links will be in the thing here. I've said this until I'm blue in the face. I will try to sell you something, but I will not ask you to make some sort of a donation to me or to anyone else. Personally, don't do it. Please, God, don't do it.
And we
I
get
feel
those
so
messages
bad
every day of people saying they were scammed.
Well, and then the saddest thing is when people don't know they've been scammed and they come to Knoxville or they come to Atlanta and they say, hey, it's me. And I'm like, hi. And they look at me like, oh my God, you don't know, we were just,
you know me.
We were just talking 30 seconds ago. While I've been signing autographs for 4 hours, we were just having the time to have a casual conversation. So the
scammers in Nigeria,
it breaks my heart.
They are, and I say Nigeria because one time I put my phone number up.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, one time I put my phone number up just to see what the calls, because I knew scammers would try to test it or try to do something. Sure enough, I got a call from Nigeria 3 times. So at least part of the scammers are in Nigeria.
My name John is.
Yeah. and so what they do is they find out where John's going because we post where he's doing shows and what have you. And then they go, hey, let's meet up over at the Holiday Inn or let's meet up over at the local restaurant. And then, but send me a gift card so I can get there. Like John needs a gift card, to. Yeah,
I need you to put money into my Visa card. Come on. Really?
Never. Or to be a lifer.
We're not saying that people. Yeah, the lifer program has been gone for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, they said, hey, if you give me, maybe that was the $1,500 or $500 or whatever. So I will pay this. I just want to make sure it makes me a lifer. No.
No, well, and I saw a gift card, not a gift card, but like a club card that someone had sent this woman because she had donated to the cause. So these people they've got fan clubs, they've got things rolling out there and running. Please don't fall for that. Now, believe me, I understand the embarrassment of falling for a scam. I get it. But I am not going to ask. I have no new publicist who is going to ask you to, maybe you can have a personal call from John like I did. No, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. So please don't fall for it.
Just assume it's a no. Assume it's not John. John has his Facebook. That's pretty much it. He'll talk here and there on X or here and there on Instagram, but it's almost always Facebook. And it's the one account with 1.2, close to 1.3 million followers. That's how you know. The people have 5 friends. It's not John.
Oh my God. Yeah, the people who have
327 friends. That's not John. Take a look at that number. That's how you figure it out. Because they can't fake that.
And the people, and while we're on it, the people who
that's not it.
I don't care.
Ew.
Oh, there isn't anything in there anyway.
Plus, it's fried. I'll be back.
It's fried.
It's been outside for like 2 months or something. Or since last time we were here, and it's been cooking.
Where are you going? No, take that.
What?
You said you'll be back. I assume it was.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
There, look. It's like, oh, look. It's a drive-by Dee Dee-ing.
Haha. And guess what? It's not rude. John puts me up to it, by the way.
I don't put you up to it.
Did yesterday. Tell the truth.
I kind of directed her a little bit yesterday because she was going the wrong way. If you just pay attention to the camera, be camera savvy. Okay, so here, she's gone. So we're going to talk about political stuff. My God, what is going on with now? We have Tulsi Gabbard, and thank you. What an amazing indication that she is not only telling the truth, but she is telling the truth kind of against her own, let's say, inner monologue. I'm not quite sure, but this is a woman who was absolutely on the other side for a long time, who then started to recognize some discrepancies of integrity, shall we say, and then she came over, and obviously she has been treated with respect. Obviously, she has been given a lot of responsibility, and obviously she takes those responsibilities seriously, like RFK Jr., by the way, who I applaud. I applaud what's going on there with Coca-Cola, with all the different things that, because I was a 245-pound 15-year-old. So if it weren't for diet and exercise in 1975, I was on my way to being a 300-pound 18-year-old. But what Tulsi has discovered is that, I guess I have to say, allegedly, what conservatives have thought since it started was true. That this Russian hoax was exactly that. This whole notion that the Russians were hired by the Trump administration to sabotage the Clinton campaign, we are learning, just as we all thought on, not sure what side it is up there. This is my left. I think that's your right. Anyway, that it's exactly the opposite. It was the Obama administration and the overconfident Clinton administration who thought there was no way they could possibly lose. It was them. This was a concerted effort by a seated president to undermine the chances of the next guy or girl coming in. It is despicable.
it.
It is disgraceful.
Well, and President Trump's getting millions of dollars from these news services that they were cooperating, and
President Trump was getting.
he is getting millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, and Sue. I'm sorry, I thought yeah.
But
Yes.
they're all in it together.
CBS just had to write a check for $16 million for that debacle of the 60 Minute show. What a shame. We talked about that when it happened here. What a shame. One of the greatest hours of television that's ever been designed since the inception of television. One of the most integrous television shows, news shows ever, was 60 Minutes. They decided to throw that all away in one night, and now they have to write a check for $16 million, which opens up the door, because I saw it today, where Trump says, okay, now that this has happened, we're going after everybody. And we should. And I'm very excited to see what he does with that money. I guarantee you he's not going to keep it. It's going to go to good use somewhere. It's going to go to you and I. It's going to go to us somehow, some way. But the reason I bring that up is now, all of a sudden, the word treason, treasonous, remedy, charged with, convicted of, these words are now being bandied about each and every day, several times, by both sides.
And remember that guy, John Schneider, got in huge trouble whenever he said,
I used the T word. I believe.
Yeah, I believe. I think, and he's allowed to as an American, freedom of speech.
And thought.
That the president at the time committed treason. And if you did, or if you are convicted, this is what's going to happen to you. That's all John said. So then the news media and the enemies said, John threatened the president. Well, no, he didn't. And they said, well, the Secret Service, not a peep.
No, Secret Service ever shows up at our door, it's going to be, they're going to say, we're sorry that all these morons said what they said.
It was all.
We love Dukes of Hazzard, and we're sorry that they basically defamed the Secret Service by saying that nonsense. Mm-hmm. But people are now talking about that.
But you were way ahead of the game.
Well, I was, and it doesn't really pay to be ahead of the game, I suppose. But do you think that what the Obama administration allegedly did during the 2016 election and then later during the 2020 election was treasonous? I do too. I absolutely do.
It's sad.
Yeah.
And that's what President Trump's saying. He said this is highly illegal. It's treason. It's wrong. I can't even believe it. And and he was attacked. Won anyway. But really, they gave him such a hard time and manipulated things they shouldn't have. Took money from where they shouldn't have. All kinds of crazy, crooked.
Well, they fabricated an investigation and then based all of their allegations, suppositions, hypotheses, and convictions on a fabricated document.
Yeah.
So what that's like biblically, that's clay feet. If the statue has clay feet, you just got to knock that little Achilles tendon falls down. So it's and what really riles me is that now, once again, these people have been caught. They are still defending their treasonous activity. They're still saying we're wrong. Oh, no, that's not what we meant. No, you misunderstand. And what did you say about somebody who's going 120 miles an hour? They talked to the police officer.
Oh, right. Just recently, it was something we were dealing with that they were talking about. Well, I don't think the intent was there. And I'm like, oh, no, officer, I didn't mean to go 120 miles an hour. I meant to go 50. Well, they're not going to get the ticket. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no, it was a mistake.
Yeah, and they're going to be let off because they didn't have the intent. So many times I catch myself speeding. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm speeding. You have to slow it down. But if you speed, you speed. You've done it. My intent wasn't to be going 85, but I was. I'm talking hypothetical, but if you are doing 85, you're doing 85. Even if you meant to be going 75 and a 70, well, too bad. So
can't really defend it.
You can't defend it.
And yet they keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
like this. Is it Colbert who's going to have the or Kimmel or somebody? I just heard made some big speech. Now that I don't have a job, what I'm going to do is I've got one more show, and I'm going to say exactly what I think about.
Can't wait. That's
Who
just going to
cares?
be a humdinger.
And it's like these celebrity types that say, they're canceling their concerts in any red states. Who cares?
And they're going to Europe. But they're been
and Howard Stern, and Howard, I don't know if I've actually met Howard. He's a pretty decent guy. But I don't know if it's you that actually said, like, you don't want any Trump, no Trump supporters watch my show. Well, what Trump supporters do you think watch your show in the first place? That many? None, unless they just want to, see the car on the side of the road on fire upside down.
Did you want to talk about your buddy, Dr. Love?
I did a.
They call me Dr.
Now we're getting some heat. We're getting some heat about this. Probably he is too. But I did a video years ago called "The Bride" for Trick Pony. Here's a picture from The Bride. I am the groom, and Gene Simmons is the pastor. I didn't write it. Heidi from Trick Pony is the bride. So we ran into Gene at the Knoxville Comic-Con, and his wife, Shannon Tweed Simmons, was on Dukes a couple times way back when. So there's a lot of history there. And we were talking about doing the concert on Fremont Street in Vegas, and maybe, we don't know anything about, there may be a stunt involved in that whole thing. And Gene and the band Kiss has something going on like 2 days before that.
2 days, no, after.
Or after that. So he's like, well, how can I help? What can we do?
Well, he didn't. His folks did. So basically, the concert that John is doing is at the Fremont.
Yeah, but you know that he went, hey.
Well, okay. Fremont Country Club, November 8th, so come on over.
Put that in your book.
But before that, August 1st, go to Greenwood, Indiana, and check John's Facebook page, because we really want the Hoosiers especially to show up there.
Right.
But for Gene Simmons, they're doing something at the Virgin, the 14th through maybe the 16th or 17th. So we're looking at the calendar, like, well, the 13th, we could do something together. We'll talk to Gene, we'll figure out whatever. So what we were thinking, possibly, and if you all have any ideas, why not? John wants to do a jump. I don't want him to do a jump, but he wants to do a jump into a stack of money.
I want to jump.
Not real money, but sort of kind of
what?
Monopoly money.
No.
Well, you think it'd be real money? Really? You think we can get, like, the banks and the casinos to do real money?
I think we could get $1 million $1 bills. I want to jump over $1 billion in chips into the money. I want to land on the money.
But if you land in chips, won't that hurt?
You're not listening.
Okay.
I want to jump over $1 billion in chips into $1 million in cash. That's what I want to do with a general lead.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, what comes up must come down. What goes up must come down. It's going to be goes up. Oh, my God.
Must come down.
Back to David Clayton Thomas. Oh, that's some cowbell right there. So anyway, so pay attention to what's happening in the world right now. We have the midterms. They're going to be here before you know it. Please remember what the liberal thinkers in your community are doing to your community. Please remember that. We're not going to tell you what it is because we're not in your community. We're not going to pretend to know what's going on in your community. But I believe by and large, and I don't know why, it's a mystery to me, I believe public servants should be concerned first and foremost about the health and safety and well-being of their constituency. I do believe, and someone will say that's naive. Well, then I'm naive. I do believe that conservative people have a tendency to actually want to serve their constituency. Somewhere along the line, the liberal folks, and yes, Doge is investigating them, thank God. They are investigating the fact, this is not allegedly, but the fact that many moderately paid public servants have become absurdly wealthy through public service.
Kind of fishy, huh?
It kind of is fishy. So we're going to get to the bottom. Who else is on the, not the chopping block yet, but was it Chuck Schumer? No, who we saw, Adam Schiff.
A lot.
Adam Schiff, a lot of people that thought they were above it all.
Republicans too, and if they did it, they should go as well.
Absolutely.
Republicans too, and it's like,
I'm not saying all Republicans are great, and I'm not saying all Democrats are bad.
But some people are compromised, clearly. Because how'd you get so rich, and why are you voting so weird? It ain't rocket science. So I think, and I've said this before, I think they're like, hey, we only need 5 votes from you this year. So here and there, if you see a Republican, I'm going to say Republican, because we know how they should vote. And if they vote on something really weird the other way, and I'm like, okay, it makes you wonder if they're compromised. And many of where'd their money come from? Yeah. Why do they have gazillions of dollars in their account? And then they vote weird. Don't know. But it seems logical that they're compromised.
And we understand that that would be a hard personal family decision. I think it depends on how old your kids are.
Hard.
Well, I think it depends on how old your kids are. I think it depends, kind of like the people who sold out on Music Row. It would be very difficult to have a piece of property on 16th Avenue that maybe you paid 40 grand for, or maybe you probably didn't pay anything for because you got it in a will. No, I know that. Well,
no, look, it may be wrong in your eyes.
Well, the other would say that they're not buying votes. They are lobbying. They are lobbying for support. Well, you know, there's a different way to put it.
Hunter Biden would say that. Oh no, they're not. My dad has nothing to do with this. Sure.
We found out that's not true too, right? Allegedly. All I'm saying is it is a matter of public record how your local public servants vote. So pay attention to it. That's all. And when the time comes later, don't be so busy. And I'm guilty of this too. I'm not pointing a finger. I know I've got 3 fingers pointed back.
Love in the first degree. Love in the first degree. We've had 6.5 minutes.
I don't know what I was saying.
I want to get back to the love.
So pay attention. Pay attention to how they voted in the past. Just pay attention, that's all.
So speaking of love, we were just in Covington.
It's our anniversary. Oh, my goodness. What love we got in Covington, Georgia.
You know what? It was just like a pop-up. We just said, well, we're going to go to Covington tomorrow. It was late.
And we need a guitar.
There were like 3 General Lees and an orange Corvette lined up. And Beautiful. There was a big crowd there. And it wasn't just that crowd, and it grew and grew and grew. Then there was another crowd on the other side.
And we went to Mystic Tavern.
Then there was another crowd. Well, yeah, Mystic Tavern too. But anyway, there are all these patches of folks that wanted to see John, and they're all very sweet.
Wonderful people.
Georgia is full of sweet, sweet people.
Thank you, Covington.
It was fun.
By the way, one of the General Lees, she said there were 3. There were 2 69 Chargers, beautiful. And then there was I think it was a 2018 or 2019 Hellcat Challenger, General Lee, beautiful. And then there was the orange Corvette.
And it was all beautiful, and they were all lined up.
Great, they're all lined up in front of the courthouse.
It was wonderful. The Mystic Grill was great.
And then we went to the mural. There's a beautiful mural there. Yeah. And you met the mother of the young girl who painted it.
No, I saw online that it was like her niece or a family member painted it. And it's such a good version of John. Not that there's a bad
And Tom and Sorrel and Jimmy caught everybody just perfectly. So it was really, really beautifully done.
Yes. So that's our 3rd state for our 50-state tour.
And I didn't see my thing on the ground. Where was that?
Someone posted. Someone sent it to me.
That's great. So there's a kind of like a Covington Walk of Fame, like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, with my name on it. I'm very proud of that. Thank you. Thank you, Covington, for that.
Covington people say, come back. We didn't know you were coming, and that's true. Because here and there, John and I, we'll do pop-ups.
We'll just show up.
Yeah. And we may give a little notice, and it didn't matter. Everybody showed up anyway. The night before.
And it was raining like a big dog.
And then said that, oh, we'll be there at lunch or after. And people got there early and then just stayed there to wait for this one. And it was really great. And they were just
they're
wonderful.
waiting for you now, too, because a lot of people watch this show.
Amazingly enough.
Where's the, oh, there's the hat. Look
if
down.
I went around, they're looking. And like when we were in Somerset, oh, well, we found John because of your yellow hat. So, it's all about the hat.
It's all about the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we are so thrilled about this 50-state tour. We're doing it our way because it's like we don't want to like
our way, yes, our way, making our dreams come true.
For me and you.
Love is all around. No need to fake it. Take it.
No need to fake it.
Somber moment.
They're gonna. No, but I'm not done yet.
Okay,
honey. So this is really important because we still need recommendations for the different states. It's so funny because certain states we have like 28 recommendations, and then others we don't have anything. So if you think of places that are gems,
they may be blue states.
That's yeah, kind of is. That are gems. They have
somewhere else. That's where we want you to play. Somewhere else.
Historic significance, charm, something that makes it all American. We want to go. So we're going to go to every state. So we are right now looking at Hawaii. That's going to be
fun. That's going to be a lot of fun.
But we can't drive there. And we can't drive them
That's true. That's a long jump.
So
that's a long jump.
We're trying to get those. And then we'll be going to Alaska in April.
Maybe a boat to Hawaii. We may fly if we have to. And remember that we have the Smallville cruise next year. And we're talking about maybe doing a Duke's kind of a cruise, but not out on the big water, right here. Because last week, I don't know if we posted this last week in the show or not, but last week we saw this boat, here, put this picture up, Tony, that was moored right down here at the end of Jefferson Street.
And they were interested in John.
And so that'll be fun. All right, I know we don't have much time. I want to, I guess as you get older, these things 2 minutes, these things happen. But one of the dearest friends of Children's Miracle Network hospitals was Malcolm Jamal Warner. Way back when we first started and throughout our 40-something years, if we ever needed anything, Malcolm was there, just like that. And Malcolm, I read yesterday, had passed away in Costa Rica.
Drowned.
He drowned in Costa Rica, and we are so sorry. Our condolences to the family of this wonderful, wonderful human being. I had no idea this happened, and you could have knocked me over with a feather when I saw that. So, like I said, heaven is a much better place, but we will miss you for the rest of our breath, my friend. Thank you for blessing me with our friendship.
And right after that, we heard about Ozzy Osbourne, which is very sad. And I don't think either one of us
I didn't know Ozzy.
I did meet Sharon.
I didn't know Ozzy.
I was on the talk, mixing a drink, believe it or not, and she was lovely. So we were doing food and drink, and I was mixing a champagne cocktail, and she was so funny and so nice. But that's so sad for the family.
Hang on to your friends. Because like I said, we're getting older. Here's to Lou Ferrigno. Here's a picture of me and Lou, and I was a big fan of the Hulk before Dukes of Hazzard started, and then Dukes and the Hulk made he and I very good friends over the last many, many years. It was great, like Eric Estrada, great.
Oh my gosh, so fun! And
but make sure the people that you love know that you love them. I love you.
I love you too.
Kiss me. What? Happy. What? Oh, happy anniversary. We're almost done.
I know, but for
I can kiss you
I should
after.
get more kisses. So
should I. It's my anniversary too. Kiss me.
I know, but if you kiss
Come on,
me,
kiss me. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I feel much better.
Who did we see? Oh, we saw Danny Trejo. We saw a bunch of people.
But I know,
during this time, I thought, my God, I've worked with everybody.
But I wanted to mention the Dallas cast because that was another Friday night.
Oh, that was great.
It was so much fun.
That was great. But that was Knoxville. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, but I had to mention it again because of Lou and Friday night and the whole thing.
Right. Remember, Superman Repaired is going to also be here, so you can watch that. Timer's off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in to Drinks with Dee Dee
and beautiful,
That's me.
wonderful, perfect husband, John.
Oh, happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. We're going to figure out when
Love all
our
of you.
first
Thank you.
anniversary. Oh,
Oh,
I think we missed our first anniversary of the podcast.
did we?
Uh-oh.
Well,
We're going to have to
check
figure it out.
We'll
Anyway,
figure it out.
don't make me
figure
sing
it out.
with a pencil and a pen. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, God bless you. Take care of yourselves. Make sure that the people you love know that you love them. Okay? Make sure. And we will see you next week. Don't tell them what's going to happen between now and then. Until then, this has been Drinks with John.
And Dee Dee.
Bye. I love you.